When a woman cheats, something inside her changes, not always visible at first, but slowly, her behavior begins to shift in subtle and telling ways. The warmth she once showed starts to fade. Her tone becomes different. Her energy feels off. If you pay close attention, you'll start to notice these changes long before she ever admits to what happened. At first, she becomes emotionally distant. She doesn't want to talk as much. She avoids deep conversations, and the affection that used to flow naturally now feels forced. She used to text you "good morning" or check up on you throughout the day now. Those little gestures happen less and less. When you ask what's wrong, she brushes it off with, "I'm just tired," or "you're overthinking." But deep down, you can sense something isn't right. Then comes the sudden irritation. She starts to find fault in everything you do. The things she once loved about you now seem to annoy her. Your jokes don't make her laugh anymore, and your presence, which once made her feel safe, now seems to make her uncomfortable. This happens because guilt is heavy, and rather than face it, she projects it onto you. She convinces herself that times are the problem, so she doesn't have to confront what she's done. You also notice her habits changing. Maybe she spends more time on her phone, smiling at messages she won't show you. Or suddenly, she becomes secretive, locking her phone, deleting texts, or stepping outside to take calls. Her schedule becomes unpredictable. Late nights at work, sudden outings with friends you've never met, or vague explanations that don't add up. When you question her, she becomes defensive. She'll accuse you of not trusting her or being controlling, turning the blame on you so you feel guilty for even asking. There's another sign that's easy to overlook: her sudden desire for independence. She starts saying things like, "I just need space," or "I want to focus on myself." She begins to create emotional distance, slowly preparing herself for the possibility of leaving. The emotional bond you shared begins to dissolve, replaced by polite indifference. Sometimes, though, she goes the opposite way. Out of guilt, she may become overly affectionate, cooking your favorite meal, complimenting you more, or acting extra sweet. But this isn't out of love. It's an attempt to quiet her own conscience. Deep down, she hopes that by treating you well, she can balance out the wrong she's done. But this kindness always feels slightly off, almost like it's rehearsed rather than heartfelt. Her body language tells even more. When you sit next to her, she avoids eye contact. Her hugs feel quick. Her kisses lack emotion. Intimacy becomes awkward. She might avoid it altogether, or when it happens, it feels mechanical. That's because physical closeness now reminds her of the betrayal she's hiding. She's no longer fully present with you. Another powerful clue appears in her conversations. She starts to compare you to other men, subtly praising someone else's traits while downplaying yours. She may even bring up the topic of cheating casually, as if testing how you'd react. This is often a subconscious confession, a way of easing her guilt by normalizing what she's done. Then comes the emotional withdrawal. She stops making plans for the future, avoids talking about long-term goals, and seems disconnected from the relationship. You start to feel like you're the only one trying, like she's already halfway out the door. She might not have left physically yet, but emotionally, she's gone. Eventually, her attitude shifts entirely. She becomes colder, less patient, and more judgmental. Every small disagreement turns into a big argument. It's as if she's looking for reasons to justify leaving you, reasons to make herself feel better about her actions. By painting you as the problem, she can walk away without confronting her own guilt. But the final and clearest sign appears when she no longer cares. When she stops explaining, stops arguing, and stops reacting. Silence replaces emotion. That's when you know her heart isn't yours anymore. A woman who cheats might try to hide it, but her behavior tells the truth long before her words do. When love turns into distance, laughter into tension, and connection into silence, it's no longer about suspicion, it's about acceptance. And the hardest part? By the time you notice the signs, she's already emotionally gone. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.